Welcome to the podcast. My name is David, and today I'll be discussing something that affects nearly every American: Social Security. And let me tell you, 2025 brings some significant changes that absolutely you need to know about. And whether you're already collecting benefits, planning for retirement, or just wondering if Social Security will even exist when you need it, well, this episode is for you. Right now, we're looking at a 2.5 cost of living increase, some serious financial challenges ahead, and why Congress really needs to get, its act together. So grab your coffee and let's break this all down. Okay, let's start out with some positive news. If you're receiving Social Security benefits, you get a 2.5% bump back in January of this year. Now, I know that doesn't exactly sound huge, especially compared to that massive 8.7% increase we saw back in 2023, but it does translate into real money. Now, the average retired worker now receives about $1,976 per month. That's roughly $49 more each month than last year. And hey, $49, might just cover your cell phone bill or a couple of coffees at Starbucks. Who knows? But every bit counts. Now, this increase reflects something economists are celebrating, and that is inflation is, or has been at least, cooling down. Remember those crazy price spikes that we were all dealing with? Well, they're moderating. And here's the reality check. Many seniors tell us this increase still doesn't cover their actual cost increases, especially for things like healthcare and housing. These expenses keep climbing much faster than the adjustments to Social Security. All right, well, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and it's a big one. Social Security faces a mathematical problem that does keep getting worse every single day. So think about it. Every day, roughly 10,000 baby boomers retire. Every single day. And here's what that means in numbers that'll absolutely blow your mind. Back in 1960, we had 5 workers paying into Social Security for every person collecting benefits. Well, we're down to just 2.8 workers per beneficiary now. By 2035, we'll have only 2.3 workers supporting each retiree. Think about that math for a second. And if you and, say, 2 coworkers had to financially support your retired boss, well, that would be challenging, but maybe doable. But if it was just you and one other person, well, that's actually where we're heading. So this isn't anyone's fault. It's just demographics. People live longer, families have fewer kids, and the largest generation in American history is retiring. But demographics don't care about fairness, do they? They just care about financial pressure. So here's the scary part. The Social Security trustees, these are the people whose job it is to crunch these numbers, project that the trust fund will completely be depleted in 2034. Now, that's less than 10 years away. When that happens, Social Security doesn't disappear, but incoming payroll taxes would only cover about 80% of promised benefits. So just imagine your Social Security check getting cut by 20% overnight. For someone receiving that average $1,976 monthly benefit, that's a $395 reduction. Ouch. Now, there is some good news on the disability front. The Disability Insurance Trust Fund actually looks healthy through 2098. Thanks to fewer people applying for disability benefits and better programs helping people return to work. But the retirement fund, well, that's the one that's in trouble. All right, well, let's talk about changes happening this year that might affect you. The Social Security wage base, that's the maximum income subject to Social Security taxes, jumped to $176,100 in 2025. That's up $7,500 from last year. If you're a high earner, you're paying Social Security taxes on more of your income. The tax rate stays the same, 6.2% for employees, 6.2% for employers, and 12.4% if you're self-employed. But the amount of income that gets taxed keeps going up. All right, if you're working while collecting Social Security before your full retirement age, you can now earn up to $23,400 without affecting your benefits. That's up from $22,320 last year. Small increases, but they matter if you're in that situation. So then, what are the politicians proposing to do to fix this mess? Well, honestly, it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? And nobody wants to be the ones to deliver tough medicine. On the revenue side, some want to increase or eliminate that wage gap I just mentioned. Others propose increasing payroll tax rates or taxing investment income for wealthy Americans. There's even a donut hole proposal, which are tax wages up to the current cap, then start taxing again above $400,000. For benefits, the proposals get even more controversial. Some suggest raising the retirement age further, means testing benefits for wealthy retirees or adjusting the benefit formula for future retirees while protecting current ones. And then there are the structural reform folks who want partial privatization or individual accounts. These ideas face massive political opposition and practical challenges. And once again, we have to look at the math, and here is the brutal math. If we fixed this entirely through benefit cuts, we'd need to slash benefits by 20% for everyone, immediately. If we used only tax increases, we'd need to raise payroll taxes from 12.4% to about 15.8%. Neither sounds appealing, which is why most experts say we need a balanced approach. So what does all of this mean for, your planning? Well, first, don't panic. Social Security isn't going anywhere. It's too politically important, but changes will be coming. If you're currently receiving benefits or close to retirement, you'll probably see minimal changes. Politicians know that messing with current retirees is probably career suicide. If you're in your 40s or 50s, expect gradual adjustments. Maybe slightly higher taxes. Maybe a gradual increase in retirement age. Maybe means testing for high earners. If you're younger, plan conservatively. Assume Social Security will provide less relative income replacement than it does today. That doesn't mean it won't be there. It just might, not be quite as generous. The bottom line, Social Security in 2025 stands definitely at a crossroads. We have a program that provides essential income security to 70 million Americans, but we need political courage to ensure it survives for future generations. The math isn't getting easier, and every year we delay makes solutions more difficult and more painful. But here's what we know. Americans have faced tougher challenges before, and we've always found ways through them. Keep an eye on those developments, plan accordingly, and don't let fear paralyze you. Knowledge is always power. Now you're armed with the facts.